My whole life has been pretty much dedicated for the well-being of the earth, the elements, the water, the air, the earth, and life. Having said all of that, there were so many crises that swept the world, and human beings have been constantly touched by many different challenges. And each of those challenges, they rise from the challenges supposedly to become more gentle and conscious. And yet, our model of life on the planet is such that we tend to see human as a center of all life, failing and forgetting to recognize and become conscious of our environment, of our surrounding, of our own life itself. And in turn, we face some challenges beyond the natural causes. And that's only because of the human hand is here to serve and to destruct. And it is the destructive force of the human hand and the human thought and the human mind that has causes many of the problems that we face on the planet. Having said that, since 1981 to this day, the AIDS pandemic has been going, and people are constantly looking at ways to eradicate the problem by controls and measures and meetings and global World Health Organization risk assessments and so on and so forth. Since comes the financial crisis from 2007 to 2008, and comes the H1N1 swine flu pandemic, which sweeps across the planet from 2009 to 2010, taking away 80% of the deaths of people younger than 65 years of age. And then comes along the old diseases like cholera, polio, all of these other diseases that swept across the planet, and including the one in Mexico, the cholera epidemic that swept through 2003, 2015. And then comes along the Ebola pandemic that sweeps across from Angola all the way up to Sierra Leone, Liberia, from 2014 to 2016. Then comes along Zika virus, the epidemic that started in 2015 through a mosquito, and the epidemic has swept across Brazil and some of the bordering Amazonian states, and so on. And now the entire world at its knees from the coronavirus, the COVID-19 that started in 2019, and it's to this day is gripping the entire planet and brought the humanity to their knees. And during all of these crises, for 51 years, 52 this December, that's 51 years and 5 months, I've been traveling the planet extensively. It is no importance to give and tick boxes along the way, as people tend to have done so many with the new social media sweeping across the human consciousness. Yet I thought maybe I will bring about what and how I have been traveling and how consciously and gently I have stepped across the planet. And along the way, how many people and how many lives I have touched with these two hands, and gently I walked with these feet. Having said all of this, what is it that a human being can do and cannot do is not down to the way we conduct ourselves in selfish and careless approach to life. It is how embracing and how wholesome are you as a human being and as a life. And when you are realizing the gentle and fragile and the mortal creatures we are, the way you conduct, the way you approach, the way you travel the planet will become an embracing way to be, instead of being compulsions and reflective according to the society, and with your approach of short-term challenges, short-term goals, short-term targets would not really contribute anything to the society, to a town, to a nation, to the planet. It is your conscious involvement of your surrounding and the environment that you consider as part of you, instead of seeing it as a constant battle. We must embrace life as a whole unit rather than become detached from life all around us. I hope going forward that we as human beings can rise and become an enhanced being. The key to our survival is in each and every one of our hands, and it is down to us. It is in our own responsibility to make it and see it through this generation, a generation that could save and reverse the pattern of destruction that we have caused through monetary greed, selfish, self-centered importance, and all of the other that has hindered the human progress, hindered the human thrive, hindered the human blossoming on the planet. It is in our hand to reduce and remove the sufferings that all lives are faced on earth, and including the preservation of the life of this planet itself is in the hands of human beings today. It is with this gentle message that I please invite every one of you to become a more conscious, more involved, embracing life on the planet. And may we all walk in one direction, rising the possibilities for everyone in this limitless existence, the limitless planet that we all share. Yet if we don't change the way we live and think and act, we'll be limited with the limited life left on this planet for all of us. Thank you.